our guests tonight that I want to bring on with us are part of what's called Ingrid's Gymnastics. And we're going to talk to her sister that put this business together. And we're going to talk to her about how she has done this and what she does with children and all and I guess adults. I don't know. I'm scared. But she was born in Santiago, Chile, and she was a rhythmic gymnast on the national team there. And she's been coaching gymnastics for more than 35 years. She said the gymnastics are her life, and she loves it. It's it's something, y'all. I've looked at it, studied it a whole lot, and it ain't for everybody. But it looks like it's her life. She loves it, and she has her own gym right there in Eastlake, not very far from the church. And she has teams that have won several Alabama USA Gymnastics state meets. And she teaches boys and girls as early as 2 and 3. Those are babies, but we're going to hear from her in a minute. And then Gabriella, her daughter, Gabriella Fowl is her daughter, and she's been coaching gymnastics since she was 16 years old. And she started gymnastics at an early age. So, what I want to do right now is bring two wonderful sisters on board with me right now. And that's Gabriella and Ingrid Fowl. And they are Ingrid's Gymnastics. How are you all doing, sisters?
Oh, wonderful. Thank you for having
Yes,
us.
thank you. We're so excited to be talking to you today.
Well, I'm glad to have you all on. And I don't know anything about gymnastics. So, and then I didn't do it when I was a kid. I did not, I hated gym. I didn't, I just don't know nothing about it. What is it when we talk about gymnastics? Share something with me about that for a moment, if you would.
Well,
Okay.
I'll answer. Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Gymnastics has a lot of different definitions.
Mhm.
There's multiple different types. The kind that we do is called artistic gymnastics. That's the one with the bars, the beam, the floor, and the vault. There's also rhythmic gymnastics, like you mentioned earlier, and that's what my mom did when she was in Chile. Um, there's different types, but we focus mainly on artistic gymnastics. So
And what does that mean, artistic? Well, meaning
that
what?
it's just the name
The
that
discipline.
describes beam, bars, vault, and floor. So
So you do it kind of, when you say artistically, it's a nice form. It looks good, or it's not just,
exactly.
Yeah.
Um,
oh,
There are other disciplines too, so that's this one is just defined like artistic gymnastics. So
yeah. We also
uh,
do men's gymnastics as well, and we've just started our men's competitive team for the first time. So we're really excited about them as well.
wow. So now I remember first time seeing it. It was some girl a few years ago. I think it was in the 90s. Olga somebody. Do you remember? Uh, does that name ring a bell? Olga somebody from
Uh,
what's she
Olga, yeah. Oh,
from
long
Russia? What?
very long time ago. Maybe
Yeah.
Nadia Comaneci, that was she was my age. So
Oh, really? Because I remember the first time I ever saw she was bouncing around and it just I was just awed by the way she did all this hard stuff and made it look like she was having fun.
mhm.
Um, and but I'm sure that some of these things y'all do, when y'all do it, it just doesn't look like fun, but she made it look like fun. And
right.
then this girl today, the young the 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 other black girl now that's doing awesome.
Simone
Um,
Biles.
yeah, yeah,
Simone.
and
Yeah.
Simone, and they just
I
bounce
think
around.
yes,
Is that artistic too?
yes,
Yes.
that's
All of
artistic
that.
gymnastics. Yes.
Part of what makes gymnastics so good and amazing is that when you do it right, it looks easy. When you do it wrong, it looks extremely hard.
But it takes a
It
long
takes a long
time to
time.
get it right.
Yeah.
A lot of practice, a lot of hours, a lot of pains, a lot of
Sacrifice.
sacrifice,
Yeah.
and be very, very organized in your studies. You
Time
have
management.
yeah, time management. It teach the kids, especially young age kids, to manage their time, to do their homework, to do their gymnastics, to eat well, to go to school. They train many hours, so they need to learn how to manage their time. So it's a
Mhm.
lot of discipline in these kids.
But fun at the same
A
time.
lot of fun.
Yeah, discipline and fun.
And
It
they're very much
looks
yes.
it,
They
it
learn
looks
to be.
serious to me. I mean, it looks like something not anybody can do this. Now I'm a grown man, so there's no hope for me in
No.
gymnastics. No, no.
No.
So you have to start at a young age to be able to do this, I suppose.
Hmm.
So this would be good for our kids then, as activities. And I think you said starting as young as was it two?
Yeah. We start with mommy and me class. It's called koalas. So the mom or the dad or the grandma can come with the kid and walk with them. That way they are not running all over the place, and the teacher is telling them how to um, spot their own kid, or if they can't, we spot them.
Hmm.
So we learn. Be sure that they're doing it right, because if they're home, they can do and they can get hurt. But when they're at the gym, we are protected with mats, with equipment that is just right for their age. So uh, we are very careful, especially because I have a lot of kids of my own. I have 4 daughters, so I always take any little baby. It's like my own. So I'm
Hmm.
very protected about everything. So um, we try our best to teach the parents and then to teach the kids the discipline of gymnastics.
Well, how would you know that a kid, is it just a choice that parents make? You're going to take gymnastics, or do you see something special in a child?
It depends. Sometimes most of our people are gymnasts come in by their own choice. The parents want to get them out of the house, so this is a great place. But sometimes we can spot those kids who are really good, and we try to put them into our competitive program as soon as possible. But we welcome anybody who wants to take gymnastics, as long as they're in the right age frame.
And what is that age range?
Right now,
The
2.
youngest one
Yeah.
in the competitive team is 4 years old. So, but the youngest one we have here, I think he's almost 2. He's just turning 2.
And our oldest girl is 16. No, 18 actually. We
18.
have an
She turned
18-year-old here. Yes,
Oh,
2 to 18 is our age range.
2 to 18. Well, there's no way that I can actually become
No.
involved in that. I am so far removed from
Want
that.
to be you? That would be too bad.
So I can't do it. So everybody that's out there, if you're over 18, then they're saying you can't do it. But let's look at some of this stuff. I think we got here's a picture here. Tell me, describe what, when we look at this. Okay, I see, look, see, do you see that person upside down right there?
Oh
That's
yeah,
Josh.
that's he's doing the rings, and he's doing upside down handstand. So he's learning to control his body. It took a while for him to hold that position. That is called hollow.
Uh-huh.
We had to move this up. That way we can see better.
Yeah.
That's
And this
So
That-
was
that's actually one of our coaches demonstrating for
no,
his
no, no,
boys
no,
class.
that's the boy.
That's-
Yes,
oh.
that's not Joshua.
It looks
Yeah.
like Josh. Sorry,
Yeah, no,
it's
that's
a
one
little
of the
small
boys.
on the picture.
In
so I
our
can't-
picture, like this tiny, so we're trying
yeah.
to look at it.
How old is he then? He's a teacher, right?
No. He's about 7. That boy is 7.
7.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a little boy. Yeah,
Little
he looks
boy.
big. Yes.
Okay. And you sent me another picture here. Let's check this one out. Is that him there?
Yes, that's the same boy.
Same.
Right
Okay.
there, he's working on his tap swings to generate enough power to get upside down in that picture you just saw before this one. So he's swinging.
So actually, you're telling me, with the exception of my youngest, they could actually do gym work. And this is on, that's called the beam.
Correct.
Okay. So that beam is, and how young is that person that's there?
He's turning 12 soon.
Yes, and she's one of our optional gymnasts, which means
Uh-huh.
she has passed the compulsory levels and she's making her own routines now. And she's messing around playing with some mounts that she could put in her future routine. So I was helping to spot her on that.
Oh yes, this I'm just saying this is awesome. I just can't imagine. I mean, uh, And here's another one. I've got some more pictures I want you all to talk to.
She was
Yeah.
trying to demonstrate how to do that mount, is how to get in on the beam to make it a little bit more difficult. So I
Okay.
just got that shot in there.
Well, you had. I'm gonna show you. Let's talk through. You talk about the beam. Here's one where we have the beam here. Talk to me a little bit. What's going? See, look at this. Talk about that for a minute.
So this video was taken last December,
Hmm.
and it was her compulsory state meet. So this is the last meet of the season. They're competing against all the other girls in the state, and she is doing a level 4 beam routine right there.
Is that? Let's look at this. Tell me about. She's tapping the beam and doing this and staying on that. Is that? I guess that's difficult, isn't it?
It's pretty difficult, especially when you're nervous and you're competing in front of judges. But she just did a cartwheel, about to do her step leap. And all of these skills, they're the same in everybody's routine. So they all compete the same routine
All over the country.
all over the country until level 5. After level 5, they compete whatever routine they want to compete.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
called optionals. After the fives, we go and move on to optionals levels, and they go 10.
I'm going to repeat that again. And so there are certain techniques that are required. And this is, and so just tell me about the various techniques as we look at it. And when do they start learning these things? See, look at that. That's just kind of awesome to do
Well,
that.
they learn those skills very early on the floor. And once they get it on the floor and they're consistent and doing it on a line, that's when we're ready to put it on a beam. And then we go up to the high beam. So that's kind of the progression we take.
Okay. All right. See, now she's doing that. She's sticking the leg back and jumping. And those are called, there are certain maneuvers. They got names, don't they?
Yes, right. Right there, she's doing a handstand.
Handstand. Uh-huh.
And what comes next? We have a leg swing,
Okay.
different poses. Right there is her split jump, straight jump. Dance pass, half turn, and then she's getting ready to do her side handstand dismount.
Okay. I didn't know that there were certain things to look for. Well, then, okay, let's check this one out and tell me about this. This is a different person now, right?
Is one of her teammates.
Uh-huh.
This is the exact same routine, but the judges are looking for very particular things on these movements. They're looking for what's called presentation. So arms back, chin up. You have to look confident when you're on the beam. And the judges have discretion to take off points if you look not confident. So if you have
Okay.
your head down and you slump forward, they have the authority to take off points. You have to make sure you're really tight. You know what you're doing. That way you're confident.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
let me ask you this. Do people miss that thing sometime?
Absolutely.
Oh,
We have
yeah.
a lot of girls who are very, what's the word?
Shy.
They're shy. Yeah, and it's very
Yeah.
Confidence.
yeah, it's hard to get to a place in yourself where you're comfortable enough to really show off your body.
We try to teach them to believe in themselves,
Mhm.
to be self-confident, and especially say, I own this, I deserve this, I'm the best, I can do this, I work really hard to do this. So that's our main thing, to make them feel secure of themselves.
So what we're telling people is that our children can do these type of things. We can, with the proper training, starting with 2, and so and starting at 2. So for parents that are out there, they're looking for some activities. This is something that it scares me. Is it safe, ladies? Is it safe?
If you do it
Is you
the
do it
right
right.
way, if you come to a real gym where there's lots of matting, there's lots of progressions you can take, it's absolutely safe. But if you take a child who's only done gymnastics for maybe one time and then you try to put them on a high beam, that's probably not the wisest thing to do. So all of our coaches are very well trained. They know what's the safest route to get a child from point A to point B.
Well, what makes Ingrid's gymnastics be so special? What makes that ideal for people? You want them to come and bring their kids there. What would be the thing you'd say makes it different? You said like a real gym. So
Mhm. It's
tell
a
me
lot.
the difference.
It's a lot of things about our gym. First thing, we love it, and we put our heart into it. And our kids are very diverse, and they learn to love each other. They help each other a lot, and when also we teach them to care about each other. So it's more than gymnastics. It's more than, we're just like a family, and we always just worry about everybody. We try to bring the best of every kid.
Mhm.
That's the main thing, to bring the best of each kid, make them feel confident. That's the main thing.
I think that would be good. I think that's what our children need today to have something that they can work towards that makes them feel self confident. We had a question to come in. Are college scholarships available in gymnastics?
We did a class for college kids, and it worked very well for 2 semesters, but we haven't offered it yet again.
But
Okay.
I think she's talking about like, do any of our gymnasts have college scholarships?
Oh, okay.
And right now, we don't have any gymnasts that are in level 10 that could get into college. You have to be at least a level 10 to make it to college gymnastics. So we're working our way up there. We almost have level 7 and level 8. So it just takes a lot of time. A lot of time to develop a child and a teenager who can get to that level. It's very difficult.
I want to look at some other. This is like I said, the first time I saw, you said it was Inger, I think was her name, and Simone. They were doing this routine, and you describe what this type of thing is. Uh, this is on a mat of some sort, and tell me about this. See,
He was competing for level 7 for did back handspring layout,
uh-huh.
and she's about to get ready front, right. Front tumbling pass and a back pass. She just completed both of her tumbling passes, so all she has left is a couple of dance choreography.
And that young girl, you trained her from was that from the beginning? You taught
Mhm.
her how to do all of these
Very
things?
young age. She started with us very young age.
She was either 5 or 6
Yeah.
when she started with us, and she
And
started
how
all the level 1 and made it to level 7.
Yes. And then I see she kicked her ankles together. I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. And then so there's these are routines. See, she's run, and I've seen Simone do that run, and then they flip, 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 and all of that. Um, I
You're
used to tell,
frozen a little bit.
okay,
Uh,
okay,
there you
it'll go.
are. There you are.
Uh-huh. So she is in level 7, you said, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Correct. Yeah.
And how
So
old was she?
she
How old?
was. I think she might have been 12 in that
12 in that
video.
one?
Yeah, but she's 13 now.
Here's another one here I'd like to ask you about. Now, here's looks like a very young girl, and
Start with that 4.
This is
Oh, that's
Ray.
okay.
Yeah. So she just did her round off back handspring. That was
mm-hmm.
the end of her routine. That's her last tumbling pass. And then
Okay.
there's her ending poses.
And now she looks when she does this, she seems to do that very easy. See,
Mm-hmm.
very.
She's very
She's
graceful,
very elegant.
That's
and she loves to show off at the meets. So she'll put her best performance when she goes to competition.
Yeah.
and so they're all trained to do this, and her age is approximately
12.
Yes, I
12.
think she was also 12 in that.
That was good. I thought. Was that good, or is that me? Just she did that so easy.
Well,
It
there's
does.
In that
different
one,
performance.
and that when she fell off, she should
Oh,
have done
she
100.
did.
Yeah, but
Oh, how she up
besides,
there? Oh, see, that just looks so nice and just
mhm, she's
and
very
so
elegant,
graceful.
beautiful.
Yes. All right. And then
And this is her round off back handspring. And she's actually supposed to do 2 back handsprings, but something got messed up on her run and she only did 1, which was unfortunate during that meet because she did a really good rest of her routine.
did she win anything when she was doing her routine?
Can't remember.
I can't remember, but
Okay.
she actually qualified for regionals in another competitions. So she went to regional and she finished 6th on regionals.
Okay. Well,
Did
one
really
more
well.
I'd like to look at. One more I'd like to look at, and I think this is still. And what do you call these things when they're doing this? This is that's on a mat. And
Yeah,
what is this
that's
type of?
for
It is what?
she's also a level 7 gymnast, like the other
Mhm.
one, Katie Robles. And this was their first meet of the season, so things were still a little rough, but it was just to get them out there to get used to competing at every level. Yeah, and that was
Uh-huh.
her routine as well.
Okay. This is it's just watching them do this is just
That's a little
I,
bit later.
mhm. It just
So
This
that
one little.
right there was which leads to
okay, I'm not hearing you. See all of that.
that is her back handspring layout, and
Aerial.
there's an aerial.
She almost looks like she's dancing, you know?
Yes, you have to show some sort of dance and choreography in your routine to show
Uh-huh.
artistry. And this is her front handspring front tuck. She had a good landing.
Okay.
Yep, that was her routine.
Well, tell me just a little bit as we get ready to conclude, because I know you guys got to go back out there. You're training people tonight. So, what would you like to say to people in regards to gymnastics and inviting them to come become a part of it? This looks like it's going to take some time, but the discipline, I think, probably should help them in school in being disciplined to do their
Yes.
schoolwork too.
Yeah, that's something I can attest to. Because when I used to take gymnastics here, I had a very strict schedule. There wasn't a lot of time for me to goof around because as soon as I got done with school, I came here. And then after here, I ate dinner and did all my homework. So I didn't have time to watch YouTube for hours or be on Netflix. I just had to get my stuff done. And
Mm-hmm.
on the days that I didn't have practice, I kind of didn't know what to do with myself. I wanted to be here. I wanted structure, good outlet for learn. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, but we do have a summer camp next week from 8 a.m. to.
Well, now listen, I want to get that information. And you kind of frozen up here. A summer camp, as I heard you say, from 8 a.m. And we can get you back here. Hopefully, we can pick that up because we definitely need to know that information about the summer camp. And they're frozen on me right now, so maybe they'll be able to get back in there in a few moments. Um, yeah, we've lost. There you go, Gabriella.
Back. We had to
Tell
move
me
a
about
little
the
bit.
summer camp. So,
Okay.
can people still line up to get in that summer camp with their
Yes.
children? Tell us about that so they can get involved.
So the summer camp lasts from Monday to Friday, starting next week, July 26th, I believe. And it's
Okay.
$150 for the whole week. And we will be doing
9 to
8 a.m. to 1
1.
p.m. 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And we'll be doing lots of gymnastics. There's also water play. We have a pool in the back for them to swim. There's also arts and crafts that we do with some of our coaches who lead that. It's really fun. The kids love it, and they have open gym for a little bit too, where they get to do whatever they want.
So it's like they learn. It's like being in a daycare, and they are
Yeah.
active, and they learn to do something that's beneficial. Then okay. Now
Yeah,
help me.
yeah.
Weren't the
And
X-Men able to
of
do this?
or tablets. And not I don't let them have their tablets or cell phones. So I don't know. They like
Wh-
that. But I wanted to uh, play it with each other, and I wanted to talk to children not only on the screen but with physical kids. I wanted to interact with people.
Okay. Well, now, Gabriella, maybe you know, and I don't know that's much about it, but there was a thing called the X-Men. Do you remember the X-Men?
Yeah.
Now, weren't they gymnasts too? Didn't they?
There's definitely
Training.
gymnastics moves that some of them did, but I don't think I would consider them gymnasts.
Well, maybe some of the young kids who've seen the X-Men, they
Yeah.
can participate next week. Come over there, and is it? Are you still have open enrollment? You still got room for people?
Yes, absolutely. Our next session starts in 2 weeks, like
Mhm.
the new session. We go by 9 week sessions. I don't know the exact prices, but
Yeah, different
if
prices for
you,
different classes.
yeah,
Well, they can call. I guess they can go
Yeah.
to.
Or the
Uh,
website we
That's
have
all the
a
information.
yeah we have a
what is
current.
your website?
It's ingridsgymnastics.us, not .com, .us.
Okay. So ingridsgymnastics.us. They can go there, get more information about it. And children 2 to what's the oldest age?
18.
18. So an 18-year-old boy or girl could come, and it's not too late to get involved in this.
No, we just opened the new the enrollment for that session. Actually, this
Okay.
week is the we just opening.
Yeah, we are
Well,
here for people who want to do it just for a little while and for those who want to become competitive gymnasts. So we cater to whatever the kids' needs and desires are.
okay. Except for people like me, all we can do is sit there and watch and see
No,
that.
friends,
And
do
when
some
they're doing
stuff.
it, I mean, because it looks so serious. And just to be able to do that stuff and bouncing on those things, uh, some little bar they flip on women. I don't think I showed you that one, but that's okay. You all got to go. But they spin on this thing and they flip, and they flip over it. And what is that thing? Wait a minute. Let me see. Is this it? No, that's not it. There was one I
That's
wanted to.
over
There
here.
you go. That thing.
Yeah,
What
that's
is that?
called the uneven bars.
It's called the uneven bars.
Mhm. Because one bar is higher than one. So she's on the low bar right now, and she fell right there. She's supposed to jump immediately to the high bar, but right here, and this was
She just was learning the skills, so she needed spatters. So she was afraid to do it. So she needed two spatters,
Uh huh.
and now Gabriela is going to go there to help the other coach because we're always thinking about safe first until the child is ready to do it by herself.
The uneven bars.
Then
Now I know what to call it. Okay. To the uneven bars. Because yeah, that's some awesome stuff that you guys are training the kids to do. So we just going to invite them to come out Monday at what time? 8 o'clock, was it? Or
yeah.
10?
If they're interested in the summer camp, yes, it starts at 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And
Okay.
if they're just interested in classes, you can come in at 2 to 2:30 to 7:30 is our regular hours.
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's very good. So I just want to encourage people, those that might want to get the kids to do something. And let me see if we have any questions that might be coming in from the groups out there. Um, we'll just find out if there's let's see. Um, and I was just looking to see if there was anything here. Any questions? Apparently not. So we want everybody to know about Ingrid's gymnastics, and she's from. I heard the right way. I said Chile. She said Chile, and so I got it, Chile right.
yes,
Chile. Yeah.
Chile. Okay. All right. It's just like doing that stuff. The the beam, uneven bars, and the
Vault.
flat. What's the flat pad thing called?
That's called the vault.
The vault.
There's
table?
the floor area, and then there's the vault that you run full speed
Make
at,
sure
and
that
then
the vault
I
is
don't
right
know if
there.
you can see it over there.
Oh yeah, and then you jump up on that. Okay, all that's
Yeah,
very dangerous. It's
all the way
just
there.
no, and you don't even have seat belts. That's just
Yeah.
I guess so. Don't I tell the people out there, don't try this at home. If you want to try this, go see Ingrid first or Gabriella, and they will teach you how to do it. Don't do this at home. It is not for those over 18 either. So
Oh yeah,
thank
yeah.
you all.
Or I competed until I was 25. So yeah, and
And
that's how.
Simone is old too, isn't she?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
she's either 24 or 26. I can't remember. Somewhere in there. Yeah.
And he's an old gymnast, 40 something. She's competing in the
Mhm.
Olympics. So
Somebody 40?
yeah, a mother of 2 or 3 kids. She's amazing. She always do vault. Her
We
favorite.
need to look for her then, okay? Because
Yeah.
a mother of several kids and she's 40 some years old doing the bar.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
that,
amazing.
it
That's
is amazing.
it's not normally what happens, but it's
No,
very
it's not normal to do it at all. To do what you all are doing is not
that's
normal. No, nobody can do that kind of stuff and get up on the beam and walk and without falling. The thing I think about is you fall and you split that beam, and that just does not sound
It's
like
not
fun.
pretty. No,
It's not pretty
it's
at all.
not pretty. It hurt. Yeah,
yeah. Luckily it doesn't happen too often.
yeah. When that
Okay, well,
the time we had to make the kids do it again. If not, it's a mental block. So we tried to get that block right away out of the way. And when you fail, you have to get up. That's
yes.
much what we do. Get
And
up
do it
and
again.
do it again.
Yeah.
You can do
Okay.
it. Life is that way. You fall, you get up, do it again.
I think I'd rather deal with life than to deal with a beam and then unequal bars and flipping and hitting your head. Thank you. I don't want to talk about it anymore. We need to get trained personnel to do this, and we're glad to have met both of you all, Ingrid and Gabriella. Glad to meet both of you all because and I'll tell people the address to the gym is where. Tell me that now.
8228 Division Court North, Birmingham, 35206.
And you can
Division
find
Court,
yeah.
8208. Okay.
Mhm.
All
8228.
right. Well, and for those that are out there and you might like to get your kids involved in this, you know where to go right now. Ingrid, Gabriella, thank you all so much for
Thank
being
you
a
so
part
much.
of this.
It's
Thank
great
you.
And
talking to you.
Thank you.
when I watch the Olympics now, I'll at least know a little more about it than what I did before
Yeah.
now. Thank you all.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Thank
Okay,
you.
we'll see you later.